let's get started. This is the topic, breast cancer. The title is breast cancer histopathological image classification using progressive resizing approach. This is the joint work of these guys. Okay. So basically, breast cancer is the most lethal cancer in the world. Yeah, the second largest. In Indonesia also, there are also patients and also a lot of deaths. Yeah, among Indonesians. Yeah. And in order to detect breast cancer, we need to have the patient need to have a biopsy. Biopsy is also considered the golden standard to determine the type of cancers. Okay, this is a sample of our datasets. This is the malignant, the most dangerous cells, breast cancer cells. This is benign, less dangerous. This is normal. Yeah. And we use deep learning to help detect, classify breast cancer. Yeah, types of breast cancer. And we have our datasets consists of this dataset from 3 international research. Okay. So the first motivation is we would like to combine all these datasets into one publicly available. Yeah. And we also would like to train deep learning models using the state-of-the-art technique named Progressive Resizing Approach. Yeah. And with the help of a state-of-the-art pre-processing technique, fast.ai. Yeah. Then this model will serve as a baseline. Yeah. This is the first data set, ICE-TES. Okay. And this is bar. Actually, it was released as a grand challenge on breast cancer histopathological image in 2018. And lastly, last but not least, this is the data set from University of California. Okay. So our research methodology consists of merging the data set, pre-processing the data set, and we would like to build the baseline and constructing the progressive resizing approach. So basically, it's not that difficult that we merge the data sets because we need to find the intersection between all these data sets. So we come up with these 3 categories: the normal, benign, and malignant. Yeah. And we also use this state-of-the-art technique from fast.ai to do the processing. So basically, we need to find this W and H. And we need to find these 2 matrices. Yeah. So this is we have from the dataset. Okay. And in order to do that, to find both matrices, we need to solve this cost function. Yeah, this cost function is very similar to the matrix factorization cost function, which is the algorithm for recommender systems. Yeah. And then we normalize, and finally we get the pixels of our image after being normalized. This is the baseline. The baseline we utilize ResNet34. This is the most widely used architecture and proven to be a strong baselines. So we have many baselines. Sorry, we have like 3 baselines. This is one of the baselines. Yeah, and for the state of the art, we will utilize the resizing approach. The idea comes from the fast.ai team, which won the competition in 2018. So the idea is very simple. We start training using small images and finally end the training using large images. Yeah. So in other words, actually, progressive resizing is also a strategy of data augmentations, which makes the model generalize better when we don't use the compare that when we don't use the data augmentation. This is the statistic of our data set. So we have like 8,000, around 8,000 images. This is the mean of the width and the mean of the height. We employ 70% of the data set to be our training set, and the rest will become validation set. And to do the normalization, we employ this data set, this library, stain tools. And before normalization and after, as you can see, it's brighter. It's brighter after we normalize. And this is the performance of our baseline. Okay. The first epoch is when we fine tune, when we want to find the learning rate, using the cyclical learning rate technique, and then we train again, fine tuning, fine tuning. We get the 83%. Okay, and we use F1 score because of the imbalance. Our data set is imbalanced. Different size, different numbers for each category. Therefore, we opt to use F1 score, the best measure for imbalanced data set. Yeah. The second baseline, we use the resizing technique. Yeah, we resize into the dimension that's significantly larger, and then we do all the common augmentation operations. Yeah, and then we resize it again into the final target. Okay, and as you can see, it improves significantly, 98%. Yeah, the error is quite small, and we can still improve this. And we try to do the Z normalization. That means all the pixels in our image become, the mean of the pixel in our image become 0, and the standard deviation become 1. But as you can see, it's not significantly improve. Yeah. From 98.4, now 98.6. Yeah. But Z normalization is a standard when we work with pre-trained models. And this is our progressive resizing. So basically, we start training with small image, and then ending with the large images. Yeah. And when after training with the small images, we fine-tune the models with these large images. Yeah. This is the results when we train with the small images, quite high, comparable with resizing trick before, the baseline before. And then we run again with the large image, and we get a nearly perfect F1 score. Yeah. So to the best of our knowledge, this performance is among the highest, considering it's nearly perfect F1 score. Yeah. All our source codes and dataset is available in these links. You can check it out. And our conclusion, we have created a unified dataset merged with these 3 popular datasets, and we introduce this dataset for advancing research in breast cancer. And we also introduce the baseline when we argue that our model is comparable among the state of the art of the models for this dataset. This is our references. Thank you. Okay. See if you have any questions. Thank you.